got my hand from him sin. With me tonight, I run away.
Hello guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on my recent weight loss. I did a video on how I lost 30 pounds in 3 months. I posted on my Instagram where I talked about that I've kind of really figured out my top keys to weight loss, the key to fat loss and what works for me and things like that. But I promised you guys that I would do a more in-depth video. So that's what we're going to be covering in this video. So before we get into this, just a few things I need to take care of. I have a cyst on my lip. That is what you see. I have never gotten lip injections. I injured my lip back in November, right on a saliva gland, I guess, and it just kind of burst and healed and burst and healed and recurred and whatever else, and now it's turned into a full-on cyst, so I'm getting it removed next week. So anyways, that's what that is. Second of all, before we hop into this, just make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on anything, and then please give this video a like because it really helps support my channel and allows me to continue making all these videos and free tips and things like that for you guys. Anyway, so let's get into this. I just need to put in a really quick disclaimer though. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a fitness model trying to sell you a meal plan. That's not it. And then the second disclaimer is this is what works for me. This isn't going to work for everybody. You need to research, talk to a doctor, talk to a nutritionist, something like that before you do. None of this is extreme. It's just kind of common sense, but I just need to put in there that this isn't going to work for everybody. You kind of just have to figure out what works for you. So let's get into the backstory really quick. Last year, I got really sick and I gained a lot of weight. I had my tummy tuck in 2013, lost 10 more pounds after that. Ended up gaining those 10 pounds when I went back to the gym. And then from there, I gained about 10 more, and that's just kind of where I sat for the longest time, going to the gym, muscle mass, things like that. Last year, I went through some stuff. I did a video on it. I'll post it in here. It will pop up here somewhere. Just kind of about what I went through with some stress, and it took a toll on my body. My thyroid went off, and I found out I had high cholesterol. So the reason why I want to put in that backstory is I gained about 13 pounds or something in a fast period of time. I'll put in pictures too. So I had the weight to lose. So I lost 30 pounds in 3 months. It was technically 4 months, but the 4th month I plateaued, and that's why I lost all of that in the 3 months. So most of that came from getting rid of a toxic friend at the time. No hate on this person. It is what it is. It was just a very toxic, draining situation, and a lot of that was my fault. I internalized everything. I hold everything in. And it stressed my body, and stress causes cortisol, and cortisol equals fat gain. So I'm not blaming this person. That's how I handle things. It was my body. How I handle things is my fault, essentially. Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. Got my thyroid figured out, got on cholesterol medication, got rid of the stress, started focusing on some self-healing, and that's how I kind of lost that first 30 pounds. I had the weight to lose. The more weight you have to lose, the more you can lose. If you're more close to your goal, it's going to be slower. It's going to be harder. So I just want to preface that right off the bat too. So now we're going to get into my keys, my tips for fat loss and what I have figured out and mastered. I have essentially lost, I think it's 83 pounds now total since 2009 when I got really sick after my daughter. Gained a lot of weight. So I've gained weight and I've lost weight so many times, and I'm at my healthiest right now. I'm actually below my high school weight now. I have finally lost, it's been 10 years. My daughter will be 10 in June. So it's been 10 years, and I am finally back to my high school weight from when everything began. But I am now below that too. So I have kind of mastered, with everything that's happened this last year, as much as it sucked, it's been so good because I have finally mastered my body, what works for my body, my mental health, my physical health, and nutrition, things like that. And so it's been good. So I want to share my tips with you guys. My biggest preface is going to be you need to get your health right, your core health, your actual health. If you are eating clean and working out and not having success and gaining weight or not really losing weight, there might be an underlying issue. You know your body well. You know when something's off. Go get blood work done. That's how I found out I had cholesterol, high cholesterol. I knew something was off. I was meal prepping, still going to the gym. I could not get the weight off that I had gained. I know I was still eating out here and there, but like I still should have been like feeling better or losing a little bit of weight. But it was such a struggle. I knew something was off. I just knew my body. So I went in, my thyroid was off, and then my doctor also checked other things, found out my liver was sending off abnormal signals, which that's how he found out about the high cholesterol. My levels were so high. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I'll put them in here. You have like your healthy cholesterols and your bad cholesterols, and both of them are super high. So that's gonna be my first thing. Get to your core health, go get blood work, make sure everything's on point, make sure you don't have any other health issues. The older we get, especially us women, the closer you get to 30, our hormones change, your skin's gonna change, your weight's gonna change, you have to adjust. So get your hormones right, get your core health right, all of that jazz. Second thing, to lose weight, to lose fat, you have to be eating in a caloric deficit. Now this is a tricky thing. Basically, it's just science. To lose body fat, your body has to break into your fat cells and burn the fat. And the only way to do that is you have to be eating less than you're burning so that your body will get into your fat cells and burn them. Yes, it sucks. We get so addicted to food and the sugars and stuff like that in our food. It's literally an addiction. I talked about this in how I lost 30 pounds. I, off the bat, started a cleanse to reset my body. And then I did the intermittent fasting to reset my body. And basically that cured all those cravings. It made my stomach back to normal. We're not supposed to be eating these huge amounts of food, these huge servings here in America. Like, this is why America is so obese nowadays. And I know that might sound harsh, but it is what it is. Our bodies are not meant to consume these enormous amounts of calories, and that's why we gain weight. We're eating in a caloric surplus, so our body is storing to prepare for a caloric deficit, because back in the day we didn't have Burger King, and we had to grow our food and store our food and prepare our food, you know what I'm saying? So like, our bodies had to prepare for starvation modes, winter, famine, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just common sense, guys. Like I said, I'm not a nutritionist. To get your numbers to figure out what caloric deficit is for you, I count calories just till I know certain numbers, and then I don't count calories because it stresses me out, and stress is really bad for my body, as I explained in the beginning of this video. So I get like a general idea, and then that's it. So in general, you burn about 1,200 calories a day just sleeping, breathing, walking to the bathroom about your day. That's why they usually say never eat below 1,200 calories. If you are active, if you're going to work, walking at work, things like that, you're going to be burning more calories. If you gym, you're burning even more calories. And you have to eat to compensate for that, but still be in a deficit. Does that make sense? So you can't eat 1,200 calories, but then be burning an extra like 4,000 calories, because then you're gonna go into starvation mode. It's all these numbers, and it can be so confusing. Like I said, this has been 10 years of me just kind of playing around with things and figuring out what works for my body, but that's just in general what it takes to lose weight. You have to be in a caloric deficit. So I will say, for me, I am a very sedentary person. I work from home. And when I'm working, I sit at a computer all day. I don't move much. If I'm not going to the gym, I should say. So my body doesn't require a huge amount of calories. So by doing the cleanses and the intermittent fasting, it gets my body more into a sense of knowing what my body actually needs. When I'm hungry, I eat. If I'm not hungry, I don't eat. Does that make sense? Like, your body tells you what it needs for the most part. And I'll get into intermittent fasting here in a minute, but I want to put that in there really quick. Your activity level is going to greatly affect, how much calories you need to be eating. And I am very sedentary. So there's that. My next thing is focusing on fat loss and weight gain. Those are two totally separate things. So for me, when I'm trying to go to the gym and lift weights, but also lose body fat, it's a mental struggle for me, because the scale, you're increasing muscle mass, but you are decreasing body fat, but the scale doesn't change. So it's just like a mind game for me, and it stresses me out. Stress is not good for me. So I have to do one or the other. You have to eat two totally different ways for each things too. If you're trying to gain weight, you need to be eating enough carbs, first of all, and enough calories. For that, you need to be eating enough carbs and calories and things to be compensating for the muscle growth too, which for fat loss, you have to be eating in a deficit, and it's just two totally different ways of eating. And I cut out carbs when I'm trying to lose fat, and I can't go to the gym on low amounts of carbs. Like, I need that for energy, and I've kind of just learned that with my body. So that's another thing that I'm doing. I am focusing on just fat loss. I don't go to the gym hardly ever. I'll go like maybe once, maybe twice a week, just to kind of keep my muscle tone. And I also have a scale that measures weight, water weight, body fat, and muscle mass, and bone density. And I explain this on my Instagram. You guys have to know your body type too. My natural body type is very lerpy and little and skinny. I have my dad's genes, and they're all tall, lerpy, long extremities, which are arms and legs. If you are more of like a pear shape versus apple, you have to know all that. I do the intermittent fasting every day, still to this point. All that is 16 hours of not eating, 8 hours of eating. Intermittent fasting isn't for everyone, especially if you've had eating disorders in the past. If not eating for long periods of time, if that can be a trigger for a past eating disorder, then don't do it. And I've had an eating disorder in the past, like I get it, but for me, it doesn't affect me negatively because it makes me feel so good. I feel so good doing the intermittent fasting, and that's the biggest thing that I swear by and like agree with and whatever else. So for me, I've never been a big breakfast person. I drink coffee in the morning, so that might not be considered intermittent fasting. But I drink coffee in the morning and that kind of holds me over. I've never been a big breakfast person, so I don't eat until about 1 or 2. But then you have to be eating for 8 hours and get all your calories in and your macros and things like that. So I start eating about 1 or 2, and then I stop eating about 9 or 10 p.m. But I don't go to bed till midnight. You don't want to eat too close to your bedtime. So like I said, the times and whatever, you have to like customize that to yourself. But it's 16 hours not eating, 8 hours of eating. Research fasting. Research the benefits of fasting. Our bodies don't require a ton of food. And I know that sounds silly. You can't starve yourself. If you're not getting enough calories, your body goes into starvation mode and you are storing fat instead of burning. So like it's a numbers game, you guys. You have to figure out what works for you. Now that we've covered that, let's get into what I am eating, because I feel like that is another big thing. So I do the intermittent fasting. That keeps me on track. That keeps my stomach not overexpanded from overeating. That makes you more hungry. Drink enough water. Your body actually, sometimes you feel hungry, but your body is really just needing water. I eat very low carbs. You guys, it's just simple stuff. Like if we have sloppy joes for dinner, I just mix the sloppy joe mix and the meat. I mix corn in with it, and that is bomb AF. I don't put it on a bun. Or you can do rice cakes. It's just about substituting out breads and whatever you're eating, and you make it work. There's good carbs and bad carbs. You know, vegetables have carbs. So it's just all the bad carbs you don't want to be doing. You guys, your body's function is so important. And when you're eating like man-made carbs and stuff, that's like glue on the inside of your digestive system, and then things stick to it and sit there, and it's just disgusting. You guys, like, this is why the cleansing is good too. Like, your body needs to function properly to be able to move properly and burn fat properly. Like, you guys, you have to get to the root of your health, okay? Another thing with eating, I'm not huge in eating meat. I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan. I've tried it in the past, it messed me up. I just think that having flesh, it's gonna make me nauseous. Having animal flesh and decaying flesh in your body isn't good for you. If you're religious, it's even in the Bible to like keep your meats minimal. Like, your body needs the protein, but there's protein in plants, you guys. It doesn't mean you have to go eat a ton of meat. So I mostly eat lean meats, white meats. I do red meats here and there, but it's really rare. I can't do any, if my meat is pink at all, I can't do it. I'm not saying you have to go vegan. I'm not vegan or vegetarian, whatever. But just keep it minimal. It's not good for your digestive system. And there's the obvious things. Anything processed, anything that comes in a box, things like that, don't eat it. Cut out sugars. Do stevia instead. Stevia is natural. Don't do artificial stuff. That's bad for you too. Or wheat bread instead of white bread. Dairy is another thing that can be kind of hard on your digestive system. So do almond milk instead of regular milk. Keep your cheeses low. Cheese is like the crack of food. I swear they put something in cheese to like make you like addicted to it. And then I'm doing my shakes. I do meal replacement shakes. I do a nutritional cleansing system. I am not trying to sell to you. I actually cannot sell to you right now. Me personally, I can tell you who to order from or where to get it from, or you want to just order the website, go for it. You want to go off Amazon, like go for it. It's up to you, but Amazon, you're probably going to get not authentic products. I've been using the system for 5 years, you guys. So I truly love it. I truly benefit from it. I know you will too. End of story. I have to tell you what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So the shakes cover all my macros and micros. Micros are your vitamins and minerals. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know anything about macros. So I do a meal replacement system that handles it all for me. Makes it so simple. I have grab and go shakes, grab and go bars so that I'm not eating out if I'm out on the run. If I have been doing my intermittent fasting, I'm in a hurry and I have to run out the door and I'm going to be gone for a few hours, I can grab shakes and bars so that I'm not like starving for the whole day. Does that make sense? And then that focuses on cleansing. The cleansing, what that does is get the toxins out of your body, pollution, pesticides in our foods. There's toxins everywhere that can like store fat. It's like sticky glue to all the fat. So getting those toxins out of your body can actually perform properly and burn fat more efficiently. Just science. I cleanse about once a month. It's a 2-day cleanse. You have tablets to hold your blood sugars. You're not starving. It's healthy. It's monitored, basically. It's great. So that's what I do. And then I've increased my protein. I take a collagen supplement in the morning with my coffee. And basically, women at age 30, we stop producing collagen. That's why we start getting more wrinkles and sagging skin and falling boobs and whatever else, because our skin isn't as elastic. So by adding in a collagen supplement, it just kind of helps with that. So lastly, 2 basic things I just want to run past you too. Basic health, guys. Get enough sleep, drink your water, take your vitamins, keep your mind healthy, you know, mental health, physical health, you can't have one without the other. It all is the same thing. Take you time, meditate, do some yoga, exercise just for the mental clarity of it. The endorphins, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what you gotta do to, like, for yourself. You know, we get so busy with kids and work and whatever else that we don't focus on what we need, and we kind of neglect ourselves, and that is bad. Just basic stuff, you guys. You gotta make sure your digestive system is performing properly, drink enough water, take your fiber. Did you know that your large intestines can hold like 5 pounds of poop or something like that? I think it might even be up to 10 pounds. I don't know, Google it. It's something crazy. Keep your digestive system right, you guys. That's where a lot of bloat and stuff comes from, is from eating high saturated fats and red meats. That's why I don't understand the keto diet. Like, do your thing. That gives me so much anxiety. Especially coming from like a high cholesterol person, like, I just don't get it. Yeah, your basic health, take care of yourself, your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. Don't neglect yourself. Anyway, so there's that. And then lastly, you guys, have patience, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day. Weight loss is not a fast thing. There is no such thing as quick weight loss. It's not a thing. It's not healthy. It's not maintainable. Weight loss should be slow. I lost 40 pounds in 7 months. In the first 3 months, I lost the 30. The 4th month, I kind of plateaued. In the last 3 months, I've lost 10 more pounds. So it's slow, especially the closer you are to your goal weight, the slower it is. The more weight you have to lose, you're going to lose more weight. So you can't compare yourself to someone else and their story and how much they've lost, because you're not them. Your body is different. Your height is different. Your age is different. Your weight is different. How much you have to lose, things like that. So be patient, be flexible. Healthy weight loss is about 1 to 2 pounds a week. So anything more than that isn't healthy and it's not maintainable. For me, in the past, I would be eating great during the week, and then on the weekends, we would eat out more. We would have pizza on Fridays, whatever. And in a weekend, I could gain like 5 or more pounds in one weekend, and it was so frustrating. It was a mental game, a mental frustration. It set me back, and it was frustrating. But for me, I now eat how I eat, and on the weekends I can still cheat and go out and whatever else, and I hop on the scale on Monday and I didn't gain any weight. That is so crazy to me, because like, I'm so not used to that. But you guys, what I swear by is the intermittent fasting. It's what works for me. I feel so good. I feel mentally healthy. I feel physically healthy. I get clarity. It makes my body feel good. It resets my body every single day so that I'm not overeating. When you eat, your stomach expands. And so to keep your stomach at that expanded space, you're gonna have to eat more, and you think you're hungry when you're not. And that's why people get the lap band surgery. It makes your stomach small. Or you can save all that money and just, it's going to be hard at first, but just do some cleanses, do some intermittent fasting, do a fast, research fasting. It's so healthy for your body, and that's my biggest tip, you guys. If you mentally can do it, then do it. Then lastly, you guys, just self-love. Love yourself throughout the whole journey. You know, stressing and hating on yourself, it's just not good for you. It's not good mentally. It's going to make you hold on to fat more, things like that. Anyways, I don't want this video to be too long. In conclusion, you guys, get your health right, your core health. For me, it was my thyroid and my cholesterol. You might have PCOS, lupus. There's things out there. There's autoimmune things. Someone asked me about breast implant illness. I get it. It makes sense. It's a foreign object in your body. But are you telling me that someone who went and got a knee replacement because they have something foreign in their knee, they're going to all of a sudden have autoimmune disease and tiredness and irritability and all, like, the list is like normal everyday things that everyone is blaming on implants. And I'm sorry, if you've gotten them removed and you feel better, like, more power to you. But you guys, your mind is more powerful than you know. Do you get that? Anyway, sorry guys, my camera died. I don't remember what I was saying, but just get to your core health and just eat right. Those are all of my tips. That is how I've lost 40 pounds in the last 7 months. That is another big preface you have to keep in mind. It has been 7 months. I know that on the internet, you're not getting the full concept of time because I don't post every day. You don't see my stuff every day. I went through periods where I deactivated my Instagram accounts. You guys don't know the time. It has been 7 months that I've lost 40 pounds. So like I already said, you can't look at someone's progress when they're here and you're starting here. You can't compare yourself to that person. Stop comparing, get off the scale, just be healthy. I weigh myself once a week. I keep track of my weight as far as like dates and stuff, just for me, just so I know. It's been about 5 pounds a month. I'm gonna end this video. Seriously, thank you so much for your love and support. Everyone who's been positive and uplifting, it has meant the world to me. People think they know me because of the internet, and people don't know the full story of anything going on, and it just still to this day, it just amazes me the things that people can come up with that they assume about me or think about me or judge me for when they don't know. So you guys that remain my, you know, supporters and the people who just give love and positivity, like, thank you so much. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Again, just make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. Click the little notification bell so that you get notified when I post, and please be sure to like this video. It really helps support my channel, and that is all. Until next time, bye guys.